Yo, 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 yo. You're now tuned into the Richard Allen Show. So this morning, I have a couple topics, well, more than a couple topics that I want to talk about. Now the lead story is going to be, will California's new laws affect the rest of the country? So will California's new laws affect the rest of the United States, the rest of the country? I am in Philadelphia. Now, the reason why I chose this as the lead story, and I have a bunch of topics to talk about. So, the reason I chose this as the lead story is because there's certain laws that California is going to implement in the New Year's that have already happened in Philadelphia. It's a couple different things. As I go through them, I'll show you what laws. And the second thing, Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. Now, let me tell you just a little bit about Gavin Newsom. If you don't know who Gavin Newsom is, the governor of California, obviously he butts heads with Donald Trump. He's a liberal, and I found out some information that the Pelosi's, the Gettys, the Newsoms, all of these families like kind of live in the same neighborhood and they know each other. So you know the name Pelosi, right? Political figure. So this dude Gavin Newsom is everything but ordained to run for president. So I'm gonna repeat that again. Gavin Newsom is everything but ordained to run for president. Now, do I want him to be president? Do I want him to be president? I don't know. Now, right now, obviously 2028, everybody's gonna be running for president and that type of thing. Now, set it set aside running for president. These laws sometimes when states have certain laws, so you got California as a liberal city, and then like Philadelphia is definitely a liberal city. So I really pay attention to whatever California does. I really pay attention to it because I want to see if Pennsylvania is going to copy it or are they going to try to do the same thing. So, like I said, you got California as a liberal city. Then I'm in Philadelphia. I mean, California is a liberal state, right? And you got like Los Angeles and Philadelphia is a liberal city. But I just want to double check, you know, how this actually affects me and everybody else. That's why I do this show. Now, let's go into what I'm actually talking about. Let's get into it. Now, starting for the new year, California is going to be implementing several laws that are going to affect Californians right away. So let's see what let's see what these laws are, and then we'll talk about them. So let's see what's going on here.
New laws that will affect you and your family in 2026. From cracking down on cell phones in schools to new rules for food delivery apps, even changes on how your pet is cared for. KTVU's John Krinjak live tonight in Alameda with the story. John?
Yeah, Mike, perhaps the biggest change you'll feel is here at the grocery store come Thursday. These will be a thing of the past, and you'll see a whole lot more of these. Starting January 1st, plastic bags of any kind will be banned at California stores.
I think it's a good move. Plastic is a pretty big problem.
It's probably slightly inconvenient for us.
It comes after a partial ban that allowed reusable plastic bags essentially backfire.
And that resulted in plastic bag waste doubling. So basically we wanted to address that.
Under the new law, you can bring your own bag, or stores can use paper bags and charge you 10 cents.
If they decide to go back to paper bags, Hey, that's cheese, man.
Another hot issue in 26, cell phones in the classroom.
It's very
So I'm gonna stop it right there. Now, the paper bag. So in Philadelphia, where I'm at, right? When you go to the supermarket, we gotta take yo, you go to the supermarket and you could buy paper bags for like 5 cents. The paper bags are super horrible. They break while you try to pick them up. They don't have handles on them. Like it's just literally a paper bag, like this back in the day type paper bag. Now, peep what the older guy just said. If you're going to use paper, you chopping down more trees. So it's kind of like either way you gotta go. You gotta take from the environment either way. The whole goal for paper for to replace is the plastic, right? Now you got inventors like that and guy that could turn plastic into gas. Maybe you need to spend more money into him. Give him a contract. He already showed you can turn plastic into gas that can go in a car. So instead of forcing this on the people, like yo, just give us back our plastic bags, yo. Because I hate when you go to the supermarket with those. First of all, every time I go to the supermarket, I always forget the bags that you buy. I always forget to take those bags. Number one. So the bags that you actually buy, the reusable bags, I probably have 10,000 of those bags. Every time I go to the supermarket, I forget to take those bags. Then you get to the supermarket. See, we now in Philadelphia, this is what we had for a while in Philadelphia. We had for a while just in Philadelphia County, you couldn't you know you they didn't give you any bags at all. So when you went in like the suburbs, they would still have plastic bags. Now they did away with plastic bags in the suburbs outside of Philly too. So it's all like, and then you got to spend like 5 cents on a paper bag. And then I'm gonna tell you, like, I go to Wawa sometimes. If you're in Philadelphia, you're familiar with Wawa. You go in Wawa, you get a damn hoagie or sandwich, and you got 10 bags of chips, your soda, and then you gotta buy this Wawa bag that I never know where the hell the Wawa bag is when I go in there. And then you go back in the store, it's just a mess. You gotta buy a bag every time. To me, I understand you want to save the environment. Now, this is in California, super liberal, super want to save the environment, but it's not practical. It's not practical, right? If you find new ways, like we literally see the guy on Instagram that can turn plastic into gas that can go in your car. Spend money in people like that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The dude from Atlanta, Georgia, the brother, not the dude, the brother from Atlanta, Georgia, that can turn plastic into gas that can go in any car. Like, instead of trying to take away from the people, find a new way or something to do with plastic. You know what I mean? This right here, like, it's a lot of social issues I talk about. This one right here is one that really gets on my damn nerves. I'm gonna be honest with you. This one really gets in real time. This really gets on my nerves. Like today, yesterday, you know what I mean? Because you go to the market, any store you go to. And then this is the second thing. I'm a big ass black dude, right? Big ass, big and tall black dude, right? Walking in the store with a reusable bag. What are they going to do? They're going to be looking at me the whole time like I'm going to steal the whole store. That's another reason I don't like taking reusable bags, because they watching you the whole time to So you got all of these reusable bags on your cart. They watching you the whole time to see if you put any food in those bags. So it's just a stupid thing for theft, for convenience. It's just a stupid thing. I get it. You want to save the world, but it's an inconvenience. And I see California is about to be they're about to have that same thing. So let's see what else is cooking in California.
Very controversial.
California public schools have until July 1st to enact policies limiting or banning student phone use, something many families are divided about.
And the phone's fine to keep in touch with them after and before school, but I think it's taking away from their focus.
I think it's very important
Hell yeah,
for
it's
kids to
taking-
be able to communicate with their parents in emergency situations.
Also in schools, new laws cracking down on anti-Semitism and barring ICE agents from campuses without a warrant. ICE and other law enforcement will also be banned from wearing masks in California. Meanwhile, new transparency rules for AI chatbots take effect next year.
Are we getting
Yo.
the truth? Or is the AI, telling us the wrong thing?
And if you've ever ordered from
That see, look, people what they said. So ICE agents in California are going to be banned from wearing masks. Is it masses or masks? I think it's just masks, right? So to me, that's making an employee suffer doing that. So if you're going to ban the ICE agent from wearing masks, right? Think about, let me see, think about this. If you or me got a job as an ICE agent, right? You know how political that being an agent is, right? You don't want people attacking you and your family. You just doing your job. You literally just working for the government, right? You working for the United States of America. You don't make any of those decisions. The president, Congress, and all these people, they make the decisions on what you're doing, the lawmakers. So why would you punish the actual people that work for the ICE agents that you go on usajobs.gov and you fill out this application to be this ICE agent. Now you want me to show you probably paying me 50, 60,000 a year, whatever they make. You want me to show my face as I'm arresting these people. The news got my face on there and everything. That decision is wrong because you're punishing the actual employees. So this is in California. So, like I said, Gavin Newsom, you got to let me put this on the screen. You got to really pay attention. Now, I don't know personally if Gavin Newsom, let me put this dude back on. Let me put this up. I don't know personally if he has, and when I say I don't know, I really don't know. I don't know if he has anything to do with this particular law, but he is the governor. So whatever law comes in California, you got to take the face of it. But I don't agree with that at all. So if somebody's going to run for president in the future, right? Hold on, let's give me one sec. So let me just put this picture up real fast. So let me put this up real fast. Every time I say real fast, it's really real slow. Here we go. Here we go. Remember that song? So me put my man me put Batman. My man look like Batman to me. Me put Bruce Wayne on the screen. So listen, the guy right here with the in the supermarket with the paper bag, this dude possibly is going to be running for president. So right now, everybody's you worried about Trump, right? I don't care. Now, I'm in the party. I'm gonna tell you what political party I'm in. Let me take this off the screen. My political party is the I don't like none of y'all party. So when you come on my show, the Richard Allen Show, my political party is the I don't like none of y'all party. You know what I mean? So just so you know, that's the party. The I don't like none of y'all party. T-shirts will be coming soon. So listen, the guy that I'm putting on the screen, Gavin Newsom, right? You gotta really pay attention. This dude is ordained to run for president. His family knows the Pelosi's and the oil family, the Yeti, you know, the Yeti gas stations. So this dude has money behind him to run for president. So it's a good chance this dude, it's a good chance. I know it's gonna rhyme. It's a good chance it's gonna be Newsom and Vance. So it's a good chance for Newsom and Vance. You know what I mean? 2028. So you got to really pay attention. I'm showing you all it is now. So when 2028 comes, right? Hopefully I got a lot more subscribers by 2028. When 2028 comes, you know, you really want to see if you really want to vote for any of these people. And if you do vote, we have to know how you think. So you know, this is in California. You know that Gavin Newsom is a super duper 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 uber liberal, right? When they start taking away paper bags and you can't carry your damn groceries and you got lemons falling out and all over the damn floor and everything, you got to look towards people like Gavin Newsom. You got to look towards liberals, right? Now, I'm not saying that liberals are better than conservatives or Republicans. I'm not playing that game right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing them games right now, right? I'm talking about what they're actually doing. It don't matter. Like I said, when you come on my show, what they're actually doing, the laws that are being implemented and how it affects you. Believe it or not, out of all of these laws that they're going to say, this is the one that irritates me the most in my state. Because I actually take my grandmom and my mom to the supermarket, and I go to the supermarket for myself, You know what I mean? Like family, friends, you take them to the supermarket. These bags get on my nerves, man. Now, let's go on to the next topic. Yeah, those bags get on my nerves.
DoorDash or Grubhub only to find your order is totally wrong. A new law may have your back.
I think lawmakers are going to get a lot of credit for this one.
So let me go back a little bit.
Your order is totally wrong. A new law may have your back. Transparency rules for AI chatbots take effect next year.
Are we getting the truth, or is the AI
Also in schools, new laws cracking
the
down
one.
on anti-Semitism and barring ICE agents from campuses without a warrant. ICE and other law enforcement will also be banned from wearing masks in California.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, new transparency rules for AI chatbots take effect next year.
are we getting the truth, or is the AI, telling us the wrong thing?
And if you've ever ordered from DoorDash or Grubhub only to find your order is totally wrong, a new law may have your back.
I think lawmakers are going to get a lot of credit for this one.
In 2026, food delivery apps must give full refunds for incorrect orders and offer human customer service.
That's pretty intense for businesses, like a full refund. At the same time, if you didn't get what you paid for, it makes sense.
Yo, so this is why now I see why some now, like I said, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm an independent voter, right? I'm registered as independent because I'm in the I don't like none of y'all party, right? So if you have a business, right, this is why California is probably not a good place for a business or to start a business. To me, I don't think Philadelphia is either. It's a lot of people that make a lot of money here, a lot of thriving businesses, but I overall I don't think I think it's better places to open up a business besides Philadelphia. And I'll go into that another time, right? Now, you the small business owner, right? You want to use DoorDash or Grub, you want to use DoorDash, you want to use all these new innovations for people to buy your food, right? And they make this law that you got to get full refunds if the food is messed up. So all the scam artists are going to just say that food is messed up. So I'll repeat that again. All the scam artists are you just going to say like, yo, my food is messed up, even though the food is right. Like, yo, the burger is not in the burger. What are y'all doing? I want a full refund. Meanwhile, you got your burgers, everything's perfect, right? So it's going to be your word against the business owner's word. What's going to wind up happening is a lot of businesses are going to stop using Uber Eats and DoorDash. It's going to be cheaper for you. It's going to be cheaper for you to hire your own delivery drivers. So I'll repeat that again. It's probably going to be cheaper for you. If you're a business owner in California right now, right, with this new law, this law is going to really help out the scam artists because they're going to say that they didn't get their food, right? It may be cheaper for you to just hire. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be cheaper for you to just hire your own delivery drivers. So if the food is messed up, you can just ask the customer that they want you to send out the food. You know what I mean? Because you can say, do you want a refund or do you want me to resend the food? And you can actually build a relationship with the customers. So if I was a business owner, it's going to be hard to say that now, but I would get my own delivery drivers. I would try to build up with the community because you're really going to suffer if you got to refund all your money back if somebody's food is messed up. So states like California, people like Gavin Newsom, they're going to create laws that are not going to be good for businesses or business owners. They've already created laws. So this is the thing, like this is the thing politically that's hard. If you're like a Democrat, forget the political party. If you're a business owner, you're like, damn, the taxes are already messed up here, right? And on top of that, I gotta give people refunds. I gotta give people full refunds if the food is messed up. The food wasn't even messed up. By law, I gotta give them a refund. And you got homeless people sleeping out in front of my store, and I can't call the cops on them, to get away from my store. So you gotta be very careful who you vote for 2028. And this just that law right there, where store owners have to give a full refund if you use DoorDash or any other app, DoorDash, Uber Eats, or any other app, if the food is not messed up. Just that one thing is going to kill business owners. So I would not, if I had a choice, I wouldn't even go near California to open up anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't open up anything in California. And I would hire my own delivery drivers, or just you may have to just get pure robots. I'm gonna be honest with you. So because there's no chance, or you might have to take a picture of the food before you send it to the customer. That might work also. Yo, so leave a comment below. If you open up a store in California, I'm gonna run this back real quick because this law is actually crazy. This is actually crazy right here. Let me run this back a little bit.
For human customer service.
That's pretty intense for businesses, like a full
But
refund.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. That's crazy.
Is totally wrong. A new law may have your back.
I think lawmakers are going to get a lot of credit for this one.
In 2026, food delivery apps must give full refunds for incorrect orders and offer human customer service.
That's pretty intense for businesses, like a full refund. At the same time, if you didn't get what you paid for, it makes sense to get some kind of compensation back.
And at Sea Spot Run in Alameda, they're celebrating a new law banning the declawing of cats.
Declawing is removing
Oh
the
my God.
whole bone. Cats are basically walking on their joints or like walking on their bones, which hurts them.
I think any law
Damn, that's
outlawing
crazy.
animal cruelty is important because
Oh
the animal
God.
doesn't have a way to defend themselves.
And other new laws taking effect in the new year include capping the cost of insulin at $35 for most Californians, allowing car buyers 3 days to return their car to the dealer, and making Diwali a state holiday. Mike?
What? Oh my God. Now let me find another one. That's
But
crazy.
we are just a few.
So these laws, the reason I'm really interested about these laws, so I'm gonna show you. So let me put Gavin Newsom back on the screen. So the main reason I'm really interested about these laws, obviously, this is a liberal state, which is California. Now that's your governor right there on the screen. If this dude becomes president, he's going to try to push these laws in every state. That's why I'm interested to see like what kind of laws are they pushing on California? Because if this dude actually becomes president, you can kiss your plastic bags goodbye. You know what I mean? So certain laws. Now, this like that one thing, that one law that actually says that so the law that says that any store owner that's using DoorDash or Grubhub or any other digital food delivery service, you have to give a full refund if the customer's food is messed up. That for a business owner, that's absolutely going to suck for a business owner. For a scammer, That's a scammer's dream. And then obviously customers will like that, but I wouldn't even want to use none of those platforms after that. I would just hire my own delivery drivers, and I would take a picture of the food and send it to the customer. You're not getting nothing for free over here. So I would absolutely, let me load this other video. I would absolutely take a picture of the food and send it to the customer. Like, no, we got all your food is right and everything. So let me find a second. So this is my main interest on this story for California. Let me just find the other one. Let me find the other one. I got a couple stories. I got a lot of stuff for y'all. Not too much. Let me see something. California new laws going to effect 2026. Let's see what this one is going to be. Now, I'm not in, if you're watching this, I'm not in California. I'm actually in Philadelphia, but Philadelphia, you know, just like Los Angeles, is a liberal city. And I would not want to copycat that. Why does this lady look like a white? She looks like a white Kamala. This lady looks like white Kamala. Same here, doing everything. Pamela and Kamala. So this is just another video on these new laws in California, which could possibly change the rest of the country.
Laws in California are set to take effect starting on January 1st, and you'll be noticing changes in multiple ways, from tenants' rights to what's in your tortillas.
Eyewitness News reporter Bianca Bono is breaking down the impact of these new laws.
Yvonne Flores races against the rain falling in Huntington Beach, rushing to load in her groceries before her bags break.
Some are not as thick, and that we've had some rip on us.
She's talking about the paper bag she's holding, something she and fellow Californians will be seeing more of, because on January 1st, plastic grocery bags will become a thing of the past.
It does make it nicer and quicker and easier when you have your own bag. So.
In 2014, the state banned single-use plastic grocery bags, prompting many stores to opt for a thicker, reusable option. It's that loophole that's now being closed.
And the reusable ones are very, very reusable. I mean, they're a thick, you know, a thicker matter of plastic. So I think it's overreach.
This new law marks one of hundreds taking effect in the new year. Minimum wage is increasing by 40 cents to $16.90. The price of insulin will be capped. Landlords will be required to provide working stoves and refrigerators for tenants. Food delivery platforms like Uber Eats and DoorDash will be legally required to provide refunds for unfulfilled or wrong orders. And several laws take on artificial intelligence.
It's a long list.
While some shoppers aren't yet sold on the change coming to the checkout lines, preparing to bring their own bags is now a New Year's resolution.
If people would have reused them like they were intended, maybe that would have been great. But unfortunately, we got to just remember to take our bags now.
And another new law taking effect in 2026 recognizes Diwali as an official state holiday.
What the hell is
Bianca Bono,
Diwali?
ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Yo, what the hell is Diwali? Hold on, let me look that up. What in the hell is Diwali, yo? Hold up. What is Diwali?
Here's some info about Diwali.
Okay, I see what Diwali is. Oh, let me go back. And basketball game popping up.
Hundreds of new laws in California are set to take effect.
Got the games popping up. You can see what I'll be watching. Game popping up and everything. So I see what Diwali is. Okay. But now, so let me go to this. Now, this is what I want you to do, right? If you're watching this, how do you feel about these new California laws? So, paper bags, you can't have plastic bags. Kids can't have cell phones in the classroom. You know, your kids are not going to be able to take cell phones in the classroom. Store. Now, I know, a lot of y'all, when you order your food, that's a good thing for customers. If you order your food, they got to give you a refund if they don't give you your food. Obviously, that's going to be good for you and bad for business owners. Now, how do you feel about these laws in California? I just went over them. So, how do you feel about them? Is it a liberal stretch? Do you think is good? The one with the cats, I could see save the animals and stuff like that. I don't have no problems with that one. But them damn paper bags. Yo, when it rains, man, try to put spaghetti in these paper bags. When it rains, listen, your spaghetti is going to be on the damn sidewalk. Your spaghetti sauce, your ragu bottle is going to be on a damn payment, putting them in these bags. I'm trying to tell you. Because they did this in Philly first. Super liberal capital, you know what I mean? Damn paper bags. Trying to get some spaghetti sauce. Yo, if you buy spaghetti, right? Do not put spaghetti in these bags. The sauce, not the spaghetti. The spaghetti is fine in these bags. If you buy spaghetti sauce, do not put them in these bags. Like, remember to bring your bags. Now, to me, the thieves are salivating at the mouth right now from these laws. So the thieves are like this right now. They like this. Because in California and Portland, I'm about to show you something in Portland, the thieves are going wild. So that's a good segue. So in California and Portland, Oregon, the thieves are going wild, snatching grabs, robberies, all type of stuff. Now, obviously, this happens everywhere, but let's check out what's going on in Portland. Hold up, let me see something. I got a treat for the passport bros too. I got a treat for y'all coming up. So if you a passport bro, I got a treat for you. Hold up, let me see something. Yeah. So it says Portland smoke shop chain seeks city help after 14 burglaries this year. 14 burglaries. Yo, if you rob my store 14 times, I'm going to be sitting in the store with an AK. I'm sorry. So let's see what the hell they took.
Smoke shop is pleading with the city of Portland for help after a
Damn.
brazen burglary that was all caught on camera. So let's get
Damn,
on
they
to
rammed the
Gerald
car in
Burke.
there.
He joins us live from the House of Pipes Southeast shop where that break-in happened. And Daryl, this isn't the first time the chain says that one of its stores was targeted this year.
Let me go back.
Yeah, that's right. House of Pipes tells K2 it's the fourth.
Developing news this morning. A local smoke shop is pleading with the city of Portland for help
Damn,
after
they
a
rammed the
brazen
car in there.
burglary that was all caught on camera. So let's get out to K2's Gerald Burke. He joins us live from the House of Pipes Southeast
Damn,
shop
they just
where
rammed
that
the car
break-in
in there,
happened.
son.
And Daryl, this isn't the first time the chain says that one of its stores was targeted this year.
Yeah, that's right. House of Pipes tells K2 it's the 14th time this year.
House of Pipes. Pause.
Here that one of their smoke shops was broken into. And the latest happening on Wednesday morning. And as you can see here, as of this morning, this business is still freshly boarded up. Now, take a look at this video on your screen that shows this break-in. Portland police say a vehicle smashed through the front of the store and about 4 people stole an unknown amount of product. Sidney Berg with the smoke shop says the stolen goods and damages cost them more than $200,000. Berg says they brought these concerns to the city for months now and have yet to get any answers.
I know that there has been requests on our end. There hasn't been a response to my knowledge. If there has been, we haven't seen the action on it yet because obviously this keeps on.
Yo, now this is Portland, Oregon. It's a democratic city, liberal, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, for you to be brazen enough to run a car through the store, and this store has been robbed 14 times, Portland is lawless. It's gotta be. Because like where the cops, like Portland is definitely lawless for that to happen. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know Portland's gun rights, if you can have a gun in Portland or whatever, but damn, 14 times. So, for all your racketeering and people racketeering and going to businesses, stealing money and running down on people, this must be the capital. Because 14 times, this store has been hit 14 times, and then you got it on camera with a car running through the back of it. Crazy work.
Happening, and it's becoming a monthly thing, and we don't even know what to say anymore. We at least would like to see more action from the police, for them to respond a little bit faster, for them to maybe be a little bit more in the area.
K2 reached out to Portland police about the break-in, and
it probably is the police. that's probably the underpaid police officers.
Statement, they say in part, quote, PPB takes criminal acts such as burglaries very seriously. Burglaries not only impact the business financially, but also undermine people's.
No, the hell you don't. 14 times? No, the hell you don't. Listen, not 2 times, not 3 times. This lady's spot, or this spot right here, has been hit 14 times. And the cops is talking about we take this serious.
Of safety, which is a fundamental concern for PPB. Police also say the Bureau is committed to stopping criminal behavior. Sammy Hales, who owns House of Pipes, says these break-ins are having a negative impact, not just on businesses here in Portland, but the entire metro area. House of Pipes says they have no plans of leaving the city and say they will not be bullied out of business.
Yo, that's crazy. You ran a car through my store. Yo, see what they need to do is put them cement things. So they need to fortify that joint. Put them cement things on the sidewalk so they can't run a car through there. But that's crazy though. After somebody do that, I might close down. Yep. I will not be selling my pipes again. Pause. Yeah, I will not be selling my pipe. Sound like crack. House of Pipes. Yeah, I will not be selling my pipe. Oh my God, that's crazy, yo. You gotta plead with the city. See, I don't blame people for wanting to be vigilantes, yo, sometimes. Where's Batman when you need him? Batman in a House of Pipes. Now, speaking of pipe, speaking of piping, right? I got a treat for the passport bros. So for all you passport bros, I got a treat. And it's not the lady on the screen. Ah. So I got a treat for all you passport bros. It look crazy because they got this lady on the screen, but I got a treat, and it's not her on the screen, right? She's going to report the treat for all you passport bros out there, right? So if you've been traveling to Thailand, a lot of passport bros go to back and forth to Thailand, right? I've even watched YouTube channels where some of the passport bros have been leaving Thailand because there's a war with Thailand and Cambodia. So there's been a war with Thailand and Cambodia, and a lot of passport bros been hauling ass. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the passport bros. I watched this dude. I give him a shout out. I watched this dude called Game Abroad. Game Abroad. And I noticed he left Thailand. I know he left because of that war. Maybe for other reasons, I don't know, but I would have got up out of there too. So Game Abroad. My brother was in Thailand with the little baddie. You know what I mean? It's called Game Abroad. But let's play this. Let's find out what's going on. So there's this ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand. So that's good news for the passport bros.
Ceasefire agreement ending weeks of armed combat along their border over long-standing competing claims of territory. In addition, the agreement officially called a joint statement calling for no further military movements by either side and no violations of either side's airspace for military purposes. According to Cambodia, military officials, only Thailand used airstrikes in fighting, hitting sites in Cambodia as recently as yesterday morning.
Mediation efforts of the United States and Malaysia. We had the declaration. I noted that we were sometimes in a rush to do the declaration.
See that? This was messing up the money because you know. Listen, you know how many dudes go to Thailand and Cambodia? Because look, when you go to Thailand, right? My man Game Abroad, the channel I watch, dude going to Thailand or whatever. When you in Thailand, they take a bus to Cambodia from Thailand. So you get just people going to Thailand. It's all type of trickle down money from Thailand all through Cambodia. Because when you travel to Thailand, Cambodia is right across the border. So you want to go back and forth. You want to see all of that. You know what I mean? You want to go to Cambodia, Thailand, you want to go see all of that. So y'all warring, that's messing up the money. So that's good news for the passport bros, right? I know this is music to the pat. Look, them shaking hands, that's music to their ears. That's music to their ears.
Because, the United States wanted the declaration signed in time by the visit of President Trump. And Malaysia.
So let me go back right here. This right here.
Efforts of the United States.
So this picture right here.
Yesterday morning.
See this picture right here with them them holding them two flags up. Believe me. Listen, you see that? So you got Cambodia and Thailand. Believe me, this picture is music to the passport bros' ears. Believe that, yo. Seeing these two people sitting at the table is the best thing since apple pie, yo. Because Thailand and Cambodia was messing up the money and the honey. You know what I'm saying? They was messing up the money and the honey, bro. Yep. So that's good news for the passport bros. Bad news for the people who don't like to travel to those countries, but that's super good news for the passport bros. So let's see what else we're gonna talk about. Yeah, that's super good news. Cause I watching homie channel. You know what I'm saying? He's in Thailand and all of that. And they done ran him up out of there because it's a war over there. I would have left too. Oh, don't tell me that. I think now this is back in Portland. Well-dressed, polite robber in Portland. This is back in Portland. Well-dressed, polite robber robs 2 Portland banks in 9 days. Man, what the hell is going on here? Excuse me. So well-dressed robber. Now you know this dude, you know this ain't a black dude. Because they wouldn't even try to make this sound good. Yo, if this dude is talking polite, I'ma scream.
First on Fox Tonight, a local business owner says she is on guard after a string of robberies in her neighborhood. New court docs show a man now faces federal charges, accused of trying to rob several banks near her wine shop in Raleigh Hills. Fox 12's Abby Davis is following this story. Abby, what's the latest?
Yeah, this U.S. bank is one of 3 banks the FBI says the man robbed or tried to rob. He walked away with thousands of dollars before police arrested him late last week. Since opening just over a year ago, Westside Wine's owner Madeline Egan says she's seen her fair share of crime along Southwest Beaverton Hillsdale Highway.
I've seen a lot of break-ins nearby.
Over the last couple of weeks, the FBI
Look at
says
him.
this man, 62-year-old James Dorsey, took more than 7,000.
Look at him, looking like the Iceman on 48 Hours. Look at the Iceman robbing a bank. Hey, yo, look at him, champ. Look at the Iceman robbing a bank. Yo, you ever seen 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte? Another 48 Hours. Oh, my man looked like... Yo, that's funny as hell, yo. People fucked up out here, man. That's pretty much what it is.
$1,000 from these 2 banks across the street from the wine shop.
And I had a customer who came in with her husband and they were purchasing wine and said, "Do you know anything about what's happening? We've seen police vehicles going pretty much each direction." When they left, I locked the door after and was kind of waiting to see what was going on.
Dorsey is accused of robbing the U.S. Bank on December 12th and the Chase Bank a week later. An FBI agent says
How
he
the hell
also
that
tried
happened?
to rob a Wells Fargo in the area on the 10th. According to court documents, in each case, Dorsey approached a bank teller, handing them notes demanding money. The agent says Dorsey apologized multiple times, saying things like, "I don't want to do this, and the guys are waiting for me outside."
I think that he shouldn't have done
Damn.
it in the first place. I think even if you're being apologetic, that sounds like a contradiction, because if you would actually be sorry, you wouldn't be carrying out the act of robbing a business.
Police later arrested Dorsey at his apartment complex nearby, where they found more than 20 guns and thousands of dollars in
Damn.
cash.
And I know that other business owners have chatted with me about, hey, what precautions are you taking? Because I think that it is a concern for a lot of us independent business owners who are working really hard to, provide a good or service to the neighborhood. And we have concerns about our own safety and also our inventories and whatnot.
Damn, yo, if I lived in Portland, I would definitely go get a bottle of wine off her. I gotta buy some wine for New Year's. I want some red wine or something. I don't know what I want. That wine look good though.
Egan says she's glad police arrested Dorsey so fast. His preliminary hearing is set for the 29th at the Washington County Courthouse. Reporting live in Raleigh
Put my
Hill,
man back on the screen. So look,
FBI agent says he also
so my man was like this. Hold
bank
up.
on December 12th and the
Yeah, people crazy, yo.
Thing about what's
And they let his white ass walk right in
Came
there
in
and
with her
rob,
husband
rob
and-
another bank.
a lot of break-ins nearby.
over the last couple of
Look at him.
year ago, Westside Wine's owner Madeline Egan says she's
Hold up.
sure of crime along Southwest Beaverton Hillsdale Highway.
I've seen a lot of break-ins nearby.
Over the last couple
Hold on. Look at my man. So look, let me ask you a question, right? My man on the screen, he robbed a U.S. bank and Chase Bank and they didn't catch him. They caught him at the crib, right? In his house. Now, my man was going in there like, I really don't want to do this, but please give up the money. I'm sorry. I really don't want to do this, but please give me the goddamn money. Like, how do you rob a store polite, right? Now, is this the way, is this the way white dudes rob stores? Like, am I wrong? Leave a comment below, yo. Because you ever see Juice when when you watch all of the hood movies and all that, like Juice, Coming to America, put the money on the floor. Anybody move, I'll blow your head off. Quit stalling, fat boy. Remember Samuel L. Jackson? And then remember Blizzard robbed the liquor store on Juice. This is the total opposite of Blizzard on Juice robbing the bar. Because remember Blizzard on Juice robbing the bar, and he says, put the money down, and you look good. Remember, he said, this is a stick up, and you look good. What Blizzard say on Juice? So this is the total opposite. So my man, they caught my man. You know what I'm saying? The Iceman right here, coming with the Iceman suit. So they caught the Iceman. So, but if you was a brother in Portland, you would have been caught for all that first robbery. How did he make it to the second robbery? And he tried Wells Fargo. That's like every damn top bank. So how the hell did he make it? That's crazy. Now, yo, let's scoot over to DC, where homeboy is sleeping on the job. So a lot of y'all are going to work this morning, right? So a lot of y'all going to work this morning. I know a lot of y'all tired. You know, you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you get what y'all get? Your iced coffee, frozen coffee, or you go to Starbucks and get your mocha laka latte. You know what I'm saying? Your caramel frappuccino. What y'all get? Starbucks. Leave a comment below. Which one do y'all prefer, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time. The price is right. And matter of fact, I got my donuts app. I got my Dunkin' Donuts app right here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my Dunkins. Now I don't have no problems with Starbucks, but my Dunkin' Donuts app is popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you before I go. I'm gonna show you my Dunkin' Donuts app. My Dunkin' Donuts app is popping. I'm gonna show y'all. Well, let me make sure there ain't no sensitive information in here. Make sure I can show you on the little thing. Hold up. Yeah, make sure. So I'm gonna block the bottom. I'm gonna block the bottom so you don't see what store I'm going to. Hold up. I'm gonna block the bottom. Y'all ain't about to see what store I go to. I'm trying to use something to block the bottom of that joint. But listen, I don't even know if y'all can see that at all. Probably can't even see it at all. But this is my Dunkin' Donuts app, right? I got 700. This is why I go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time. Right now, I got 787 points, right? So I could get a free iced coffee, large joint. You know what I'm saying? So I can go get a free iced coffee. So I go to Dunkin' Donuts like every day. You know what I mean? And I also take my grandma Dunkin' Donuts. My grandma likes the frozen coffee, right? I switch around, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be trying to stay away from sugar and I'll get like an iced coffee, almond milk, and then the non-sweetened French vanilla, but it no way, shape, or form does it taste. But I don't get no extra cream or sugar. So I'll get just say I'll get a large iced coffee, almond milk, sweetened French vanilla, 4 shots. You know what I'm saying? If I'm froggy, I'll get 5 shots. Maybe on a Friday, I might get 5 shots. Now, I'm trying to think what else I get. I'll get the frozen coffee is popping. I ain't even gonna lie to you, especially in the summertime. Dunkin' Donuts frozen coffee, butter pecan flavor is popping. I ain't even gonna lie to you. A lot of sugar, I gotta stay away from all that. But it absolutely keep you woke. You know what I mean? Now, let's take a look. Let's go to DC real quick. So this DC man or people are sleeping on the job. So let's see what's going on here. So this good old DC. DC is right down the road from Philly. We'll see what y'all got going on in DC.
Sleeping on the job. Well, this next story is about a DC man who says people he relies on to keep him safe throughout the night often fall asleep and putting him at risk.
They're nurses and aides provided by the district with your tax dollars. As Tracy Wilkins in the
Your
News 4
tax
IT
dollars.
found out, advocates are raising alarms about this growing risk they say is impacting some of the most vulnerable in our city.
Damon Brooks knows the value of a good team.
I don't like no typo, no misinformation.
As a writer for the Monumental Sports Network, he makes his living covering athletes.
I write about local colleges, high schools, and local professional teams.
And that team mentality is even more important for Damon off the job at home.
So, Damon, it's very clear to me that you are a go-getter, that you're going to meet your goals, but you still need help.
Absolutely.
13 years ago, a tragic wrestling accident with a friend left him a paraplegic. He depends on nurses and aides throughout the day, managed through a city program funded by Medicaid. It allows him to remain in his own home.
Your morning nurse is fantastic.
She's outstanding. We'd have no problems at all. She's like a mother to me. I love her to death.
Helping him with everyday tasks, checking his vitals, getting him ready for work, then for bed. A different team is supposed to monitor him overnight. That's when he says things get harder.
Every night since, I've unfortunately had this accident, I've had employees sleeping, snoring on the job, neglecting me. Sometimes I've been left sitting in wet chucks. Sometimes I've been, just neglected to use the bathroom, and it's been very difficult for me.
Damn.
It's become such an issue, he's installed cameras around his apartment in plain sight. He says he's collected hours of employees appearing to sleep through the night.
They're supposed to be positioning me, catheterizing me on time. They're not supposed to be sleeping and snoring, and they're supposed to be attentive to my needs, but sadly that hasn't been the case.
He says he's complained for years.
I've sent pictures, I've sent emails
Damn.
to the nursing agency, the deputy mayor, council members. I've done multiple things to try to get assistance.
But says the problem.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, this is crazy. I didn't realize. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy work. Because he can't he need aid to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then he can speak well and stuff, so I know they can hear him and stuff. Yo, this is crazy work right here. Like, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Because when they first started the video, I didn't even know my man, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna go back a little bit. This is crazy work. Crazy work.
His own home.
Your morning nurse is fantastic.
She's outstanding. We'd have no problems at all. She's like a mother to me. I love.
And yo, he communicate well, speak well. He a brother to communicate well, speak well. So I know if it's something Like he could communicate with them well and everything. So they gotta be a piece of shit. Long story short. So whatever nurses are going to this dude's crib that was neglecting him, they gotta be a piece of shit. Gotta be.
Love her to death.
Helping him with everyday tasks, checking his vitals, getting him ready for work, then for bed. A different team is supposed to monitor him overnight. That's when he says things get harder.
Every night since, we unfortunately had this accident, I've had employees sleeping, snoring on the job.
Yo, watch this. Watch this.
Neglecting me. Sometimes I've been left sitting in wet chucks. Sometimes I've been, just neglected to use the bathroom, and it's been very difficult for me.
It's become such an issue, he's installed cameras around his apartment in plain sight. He says he's collected hours of employees appearing to sleep through the night.
They're supposed to be repositioning me, catheterizing me on time. They're not supposed to be sleeping and snoring, and they're supposed to be attentive to my needs, but sadly, that hasn't been the case.
He says he's complained for years.
I've sent pictures. I've sent emails to the nursing agency, the deputy mayor.
Damn, they sleep with their
council
nurse shit
members.
on.
I've done multiple things to try to get assistance.
But says the problem has only gotten worse.
If there was an emergency,
Yo, that's look right there. They ass is sleep.
in this apartment overnight, do you think you'd be taken care of?
Truthfully, I don't know.
He says in the last few weeks.
Hold up.
In this apartment overnight, do you think you'd be taken?
What's she say?
Mayor, council members. I've done multiple things to try to get assistance.
But says the problem has only gotten worse.
If there was an emergency in this apartment overnight, do you think you'd be taken care of?
Truthfully, I don't know.
He says in the last few weeks, he's had nurses and aides simply not show up for the overnight shift, leaving his mom to help him.
I won't lie. I've cried several nights. I've cried multiple mornings. It's a very depressing situation.
Advocates have raised concerns too about sleeping on the job earlier this year at a DC Council roundtable discussion on long-term care.
It is a very serious problem of aides showing up with no intention to work. Many of my clients report and have photos of aides arriving for the overnight shift, midnight to 8 a.m., with blankets, pillows, hair rollers, clearly intending to sleep.
Attorney Holly Eaton says
Damn.
because of a shortage of aides or PCAs, home health agencies allow their employees to avoid what they consider more difficult cases because they worry they'll quit.
If the beneficiary is able to articulate his needs, ask for assistance, and oversee what the PCAs are doing, the aides do not want to return to that job because they object to being told what to do and don't like being watched.
If you sign up for in the night shift, you go to sleep during the day. We all make sacrifices day in and day out. Just because it's a night shift doesn't mean you have the ability or the right to sleep.
A spokesperson for the Department of Healthcare Finance, which oversees the program for the city, told the I-Team, DHCF expects that all nurses or personal care aides are consistently available to deliver services as needed, safely and appropriately as needed, and in accordance with a Medicaid beneficiary's plan of care.
They have the ultimate oversight and sanctioning and enforcement authority.
Mark Miller with the Office of the DC Long-Term Care Ombudsman says the Department of Healthcare Finance can
Damn,
and
look,
should do
look,
more.
yo.
He says
Look at they ass sleeping on the job, bro. My man can't do nothing for it's certain things he can't do himself. You can't go over there and go to sleep. Now, look, I just talked about coffee. Now, y'all ass listen, her ass right there you need to go to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. You need to go to Dunkabucks. Star Dunkin'. She need a Star Dunkin'. You know what I mean? Look at her black ass sleep. That's crazy, yo.
Finance can and should do more. He says every time one of these overnight aides closes their eyes, they are essentially stealing from taxpayers.
Yep.
You're taking taxpayer dollars and not providing the service that you've contracted to provide. And there's really no other way to capture that. I mean, we would look at that as fraud. We also would look at that as potential neglect or abuse.
How big is this problem?
It's hard to know because I think some of it is unreported. Some people, like I said, do not want to kind of rock the boat because they're afraid then they won't get any aids in the evening or on weekends.
Damon doesn't have that fear and has complained to his case manager, the city, and nursing agencies.
How many night nurses do you think you've been through?
Over 40 with this particular agency.
Damn.
He worries his reputation for
40
accountability is
nurses.
scaring the help he needs away. But he says his fight is about more than himself.
I'm just really worried about, others, because if the others are subjected to this, that means we may have casualties, and that's something I really want to prevent from occurring.
We did ask DHCF about any steps it's taken to address the sleeping complaints and also reached out to the various agencies that have provided aids to Damon. We did not hear back. We did find a sleeping complaint filed back in 2023 with one agency Damon has used. In that report, the agency said it retrained the employees on its sleeping policy and gave them a verbal warning.
Tracy, the agency says it's hard to retain aides and nurses because of the work that's required, and they don't want to be told what to do. But then you have Damon saying, I'm not getting the care I need. So what can you do?
What the
can be
hell,
done?
yo?
That's complicated. Advocates we talked to say that there needs to be more follow-up after someone makes a complaint, but also
Yo, them, you know what it is. Them little nurse. Now I seen a brother up in there. Them little lazy nurse chicks don't want to be turned. Little attitude nurses don't want to be told what to do. They don't want to say it. We know what it is.
there needs to be more discussion to address the shortage
That's
crisis,
crazy.
incentives for nurses and aides to work overnight and weekend shifts, like getting overtime. These are tough shifts, and we know some of these aides are likely working multiple jobs.
Hey, yo, I go over there. I stay awake, but his ass is gonna stay awake too. You ain't gonna look, my man. I'm gonna keep my man up all night. I'm not gonna be sitting there watching you sleep and I'm up either. You gonna be up. We're gonna be up all night watching TV, playing video games, something.
To make ends meet. And that's something that the advocates say. You have to provide a living wage, and that's what we're imagining. There are a lot of people who have multiple
Damn,
jobs.
this
This is one
crazy.
of them that they need to stay awake for.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also it's important. I mean, Damon has a lot of courage here in coming forward and saying something when you should feel safe in your own home. And the fact that, there may be some hesitation in him sounding the alarm about something because it's about the care in his own home. And
Yo, them niggas was sleep. Hey, yo, I'm gonna call. Look, I ain't gonna try to be. Look, them niggas was sleep on the clock, yo. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Them niggas was sleep.
whether or not he'll get that, your heart
Oh,
goes out
my
to anybody
God,
that may
yo.
be in those very similar circumstances. It's not easy for them. And
Oh, my
it's
goodness.
important
Hold
reporting.
up.
Tracy, thank you for
It's become such an issue. He's installed cameras around
What up?
these
You can hear him snoring.
Just neglected to use the bathroom, and it's been very difficult.
Hey, look. Hold up. This the one right here. Hey, look. These nurses, these niggas was sleep in there. So if you just tuning in, right? In DC, you know how you have home aides come in for people who are paralyzed. So the guy they showed is paralyzed, right? These niggas was sleep. I mean, wide open mouth, snoring sleep. Blankets, they come in with blankets just to go to sleep, clock in and go to sleep. That's wild. That's super wild. But my man got a situation straight, but that's crazy. Look at some of these. Hold up, let me go back. Look at these sleep niggas, yo. Hold up. Look, hold up. Look at this nigga. I hate to say it. These are all niggas. I hate to put my people out there, but these is AN, all niggas. AN, not N, all niggas. Hold up. These niggas is sleep, yo. Oh my God. I said I wasn't gonna curse on my show, but I gotta look. Listen, it is what it is on this one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Look. Yo, she's supposed my man, look, my man gotta listen, he a paraplegic, like he's paralyzed. He gotta get washed and everything. Look at this sleep nigga on a job. My man is paralyzed. You know what I mean? He need help to do everything. Look at this sleep nigga. So do you think my man is getting the help he needs? Hell no. Look at this sleep ass nigga on the job. Sleep ass nigga, sligger. Oh, yo, look at these sliggers on the job. Sleep ass niggas. Oh my God, yo. Yo, look at these sliggers. Oh my God, yo. Let's go by. Listen, I'm gonna show you my man, right? Oh my God, yo. We're gonna do this one by one. So this is my man, right? My man is paralyzed. This is a guy at DC paralyzed, right? This for people just popping in. So this guy is paralyzed, right? He's had 40 different homies, right? He needs help. He talks well, the brother speaks well and everything. He installed cameras in the house so he can basically get good service and prove to these agencies that these people are not working. Look at the pictures of these sleep ass niggas, these sliggers. And I'm ready to go through them now. Look at these sliggers. And that's my man. Hold up. Clean cut, brother. You know what I mean? Look. Sligger number one. Sleep ass nigga on a job. Sligger. Look. She laid out. Stretched out. Come in. Look. Come in and stretch out. Don't even do nothing. Look. Sligger number two. Sleep ass nigga. Sligger. Look. Sleep. Yo. Hold up. Let me find another one. Hold up. Look. Sleep ass nigga. Sligger. Sleep ass nigga on the job. Look at this nigga. Look. Sleep ass nigga on the floor. They on like the floor. Look, she knocked out. Look. Sleep ass niggas on the job. Sliggers. Hold up. Oh my God, yo. Look. Look at her as leaning. Sleep ass nigga. Sligger. Sleeping on the job. This is all in the same. These are different aides at the same dude's house, yo. Look. She got the nurse shit on and a blanket and everything. Sleep ass niggas, sliggers, sleeping on the job. Look. Two of them sleep. Is this my man in the chair? I don't know if this is my man in the chair. Look, she sleeps. She's knocked out. My man got the 360 waves though. Yo, that is crazy, yo. Look, sleep ass niggas, sliggers. Let me see if I can find another one. Yo, that's crazy. This one is crazy, yo. That is wild. But they ultimately they got him somebody to stay awake on the job. Basically, you just need somebody to stay awake on the job the whole time. You know what I mean? He got you on camera. If you want to go to sleep, you step out and you go in your car and take a nap. You go on break. You tell him, yo, I'm going on break. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll be back. You gotta play that right. You know what I mean? It's a way you do that. But yo, that's crazy that you just go on the job and sleep like that. And my man need 100% help, like to move around and stuff. He a paraplegic. But yo, I never seen a bunch of sliggers on the job. Sleep ass niggas. I'm gonna start a whole set. Hold up, let me go to one. That's crazy, yo. Sleep ass niggas, sliggers. Oh my God. They sleeping on the job. A whole bunch of them. They got the DoorDash bag in the background. Yo, that's crazy. But listen, I appreciate y'all tuning into the Richard Allen Show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Yo, if y'all just tuning in, rewind back and look at if you just tuning in, rewind back and look at what I just did about people sleeping on the job. Crazy work. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're just coming in. Got a lot of shows coming up. Be safe out here. Happy New Year's.